Hey there guys, welcome back to my channel Crafty Concepts with Erin. Today I have another scrapbook page for you featuring the You Are Enough collection, but today I'm challenging myself to create a masculine layout. I have this sapphire blue pattern paper with the foiling detail there, and I'm going to be using the stitched hexagon dies from the core catalog, and then you can see that background paper I've pulled from the You Are Enough collection. I have this photo of my oldest son, Hayden, and he is hitting the jumps on his mountain bike, and I just want to document this picture because I love it. If you caught last Friday's video, I created a layout featuring the You Are Enough collection here, and it's got butterflies and flowers and, the rose gold foiling, so it's very easy to create a feminine layout. But I wanted to, like I said, try a masculine layout. But here's a quick look at this collection. If you have not seen it, you can also check out last week's video and I go over it in detail. I'm going to be pulling in the white daisy and black cardstock here. I'll set those aside, and I think I want to layer this with just a tiny bit of that black margin. So I'll cut that down. The black is 10 by 10, and I've cut the pattern paper there just slightly smaller. So now I'm going to take this hexagon and punch out a few of these, run that through my die cutting machine. And then I have also matted the photo on black cardstock here. I know I want these two hexagons with that foiled pattern on it to be kind of the primary focus around the photo. So I'm starting with those. And then I went ahead off camera and used these smaller hexagons to die cut blue and black cardstock. So I will put, the black and the blue up top, and then I will mirror that down below. Since I'm using different size hexagons, I want one primary point to meet all in the center. Like, see, there's an uneven gap, so I'm going to scoot it closer and you'll see what I mean there. That center point, each one is evenly spaced there in the middle. I thought the foiled elements would look really good with this layout, so I went ahead and pulled them all from the coordinating sticker sheet. Now the word love and create aren't going to go, but maybe I could cover those. So I did use my anti-static powder pouch to remove all of the adhesive, and you can see the sticker sheet, there's flowers and very soft colors. And then I realized, I'm like, ooh, the negative space from those hexagons, I'm going to cut that out, and it's still, adhered to the sticker sheet, but I thought maybe I could use this somehow on the layout. For my title element, I found this pocket card with the collection. It says you already have what it takes, and I think that's going to work perfectly. There's also the stamp set, and I think some of these phrases will work well, so I'm going to keep that in mind. Now, I thought about cutting this out with a hexagon, but it'd be the wrong orientation. So it would only fit that way, and then my points would be going the wrong way. So I decided to cut it into strips and then just layer them over the edge of my photograph here on the left-hand side. I love including arrow elements on my boy page, and there was this one foiled arrow sticker on the sticker sheet, so I'll put that right at the end of the title pointing towards my photo. And then I did cut these out from that negative hexagon, and I thought it would look perfect overlapping these medium-sized hexagons, but then I wasn't really sure. I thought maybe I'll kind of offset it for just a little bit of interest there, and I think I like that. I'm going to use the hashtag as part of my title, and then I went ahead and pulled the enough and the word brave off the sticker sheet. So I'll go ahead and get this good and inky. I'm using black ink, and whenever you're stamping, you want to put the little foam pad underneath. That just gives a little cushion for your stamp, and you'll get a much more crisp impression. So I'm inking it up, and then I realized it says enough brave. I am so thankful I caught that and I didn't stamp that down because it's supposed to say brave enough. So luckily I caught that. I fixed it and I re-inked it, and I'm going to stamp this down. And don't lift it up right away. Give it a good press and allow it to soak into the page, and you'll get a perfect stamped impression almost every time. I decided to pop these little word strips up on 3D foam, so I'm going to go ahead and get that done. And this photo is of my son Hayden, and it was taken just outside of our house. He talked his dad into building a massive bike jump so he can practice his jumping game. And I gotta admit, it's kind of scary and exhilarating all at the same time. It's like, oh, I worry so much, but it is so cool to watch him in action. He's just a natural on this mountain bike, and it's inspiring. He has taught me how to ride a mountain bike. I mean, I grew up riding a bike, but we lived in Las Vegas and it was flat. Everything was flat. So, you know, it was just riding around on pavement. So mountain biking is definitely a whole new world. And I love that he has gotten me into it. And my other son, Clayton, rides also. And I'm super thankful we have that we can do together. I'm happy just bombing down the trails, but I will never be flying over these 18, 20-foot gaps and crazy jumps like these kids do. No, thank you. I don't need to fly. So you'll see I'm sneaking a few more of those foil stickers, and those were already dovetailed. I just shortened one so I can have them staggering in height. And then I thought I would do my journaling on this layout around the perimeter of the black cardstock. So one of the ladies in my VIP customer Facebook group, Robin, shared a layout. It was so cute, and she did her journaling around the outside. So I thought I wanted to try that. I've obviously sped this up quite a bit. I'm just journaling around the edge, and I thought, you know, if I don't like it, I can just swap out that white cardstock, but I think it looks really cool. I'm writing about how passionate he is about mountain biking, and what I love is how he's willing to help newcomers to the sport, and he's very patient and kind, and that just warms this mama's heart. I have some of these enamel dots from my stash, and they're sapphires, so they match. And I love that there's different sizes. So I'm going to add a couple of the smallest ones and then the next size up, and just kind of scatter them through the little hexagons here. And, you know, no rhyme or reason. I like to do things in odd numbers, so I end up putting 3 of them in each, you know, in the lower and then the upper. And it just adds some texture and interest, and I've got them, so why not? I'm looking at the right side of my photo, and I feel like it needs just a little something in that area. And I don't really have any other foiled embellishments that I want to add. So I grabbed my tag thin cut here and just cut a little piece of scrap black cardstock. I cut it down because it's tucking under the photo, and so I don't need the big long tag. I grabbed a couple pieces of blue twine from my stash. There's 3 of them here, and I'm going to thread that through the top of the tag and then just loop that through. I like having a lot of the twine. It just looks more full to me, and I think it looks better. So I'm pulling these through, and then I will cut them off at varied lengths. You want to be kind of gentle when you pull this through. It is twine, and we're working with paper, so you can rip it. So we will get those trimmed off. I don't want them all perfect. I want them kind of staggered in length. And I didn't want to tie a bow because we want to keep it kind of manly. And now I think this creates the look. We have the black tag, and it creates a visual triangle with those other 2 black hexagons. And I feel like that's just what it needed to balance that out. So I'm just going to put a little tape runner on there and get that tucked in. And yeah, I think that's just what it needed. So there, we did it. We created a masculine layout from the You Are Enough collection, and I love it. If you guys enjoy the more masculine layouts, I'm going to link a playlist that I have to all my boy layouts that I've done, and you can check those out for more inspiration. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Check the description box below for all the details and supplies used for this layout, and I'll catch you guys next time.